Already, we are here on the Mediaverse podcast, home for everything, everything media, for media, video game, music, or whatever, and pop culture. As always, your sexy voice, Kyle. As always, my partner in crime, Chris. Say hello to the
I'm
people.
I'm not embarrassed at all right now. Not at all. Just keep talking like that and everything will be fine. Everything's good. How are you, Kyle? What's
uh,
going on today?
well, today's subject is gonna be Disney streaming and the Star Wars announcements from Star Wars Celebration because I felt like those were probably the biggest things that probably happened this week.
Plus, like, nobody on the internet is probably talking about this whatsoever. So we'll be the first
Yeah,
for
totally.
all negative a million people watching right now.
Yep.
But we broadcast mainly to the antimatter dimension because somebody has to. But anyway,
Yep.
what else is on the news docket today?
We got for the movie stuff, we got movie and television, we got Batman finally getting an actor for Titans, which is actually a miracle act in a weird way for once that Warner Brothers is actually doing this. And we got some news about The Witcher for on Netflix. John Cena actually being in talks for Suicide Squad. And then the gaming side, we got PlayStation 5 hardware, Capcom's arcade cabinet, um, the all sad digital Xbox,
Right.
and Judgment from the new replacement model for Judgment that finally came out, and and some good news that could help show video games can be an art form, which is Ubisoft might able to be help restore the Notre Dame that happened 2 days ago, right?
Yeah, I believe it was on Monday.
Yep. So where do you want to go? Do you want to go to the gaming news, or do you want to go straight to the movies?
Well, let's start with the video game stuff.
Also, I forgot to add one more thing. We've also did have one little trailer that I did get a chance to watch. I did get before we get there. I got to watch the Swamp Thing trailer. That was really good. Just showed off the costume. I'm happy about that.
Cool.
It ain't nothing but a Swamp Thing, baby. How to do that? Come on. All right.
Well, let's get into it. What game stuff you want to talk about first, Kyle?
Do you want to talk about the Capcom? Do you want to talk about Capcom's cabinet first, or do you want to get this
Well,
off your chest?
let's talk about the Capcom thing. Um, I think I'm the only person that thinks it looks awesome. It's a giant Capcom logo, and of course, I saw a million people complaining about it online because it's what people do. But at the same time, I'm like, this looks cool. Like,
No,
what? Why are you? It looks awesome. I mean, it's a little expensive. It's like $200. I don't know exactly how many games are on there, but there were some
16.
good ones. But I don't know. Maybe I might get this. It does look cool.
I mean, it
What do you
does look
think?
cool, but then this people, I wanted to have a swappable faceplate, this and that, and I also wanted to make it my toast.
I,
That's how.
what's with the toast?
I don't know. I don't.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just thinking something out of my head. Like it's just people demanding what they really want, that they'll
Right.
never get. That's the problem with this day and age. They go, "Oh, let's go to social media. I don't like this."
All right. But let's get
That's
back
the
on track
point.
with this thing.
Yep.
A lot of cool arcade games. Alien vs Predator on there, which is kind of cool because that's a licensed game. Giga
Yep.
Wing,
Yep.
Street Fighter, of course. I think Street Fighter Puzzle League, which is awesome.
Yep.
And honestly, those were really the standouts to me. What other games did you see on this thing that
I
you
really
thought
don't.
looked cool?
I don't know. I didn't get a good chance to look at the listings, but like I said, I think it's a cool idea to get one that the companies are now doing it this way, and actually doing their own individual things. Like,
Yeah,
don't forget. Like, remember, Sega is now doing their own thing with their Mini now, which they have M2, which they make really good emulated games. I actually have like one of them. believe it or not, M2 games, which is Fantasy Star on, which is not Fantasy Star Online, Fantasy Star One, which they give you even a little map to help you out.
Yeah. So this thing is going to retail for $200 and it actually only has 16 games on it.
I think people are more
I
complaining
think
about
it's
the
because
16
of I
games.
think though the price point is because of the actual controller. I mean, the controller looks nice.
Yeah, and you could actually set it up like you could build yourself a wooden cabinet somewhere and then get another flat screen TV and plug it in.
It looks like it would fit nice on my coffee table. It really depends on, I guess,
Yeah,
how long of the HDMI cable it would be, and I'm sure
pretty
it's gonna
fun.
need like a outlet to power it.
Yeah, but like I said, you could also like it's easy to customize. So you go like, I'm gonna build an arcade cabinet, make an arcade cabinet out of wood.
Well, here's the full list. So I'm gonna go through them, and then you could say which ones you think are cool or which ones you think suck. 1944.
Classic.
Yep. Alien vs. Predator. Armored
Me,
Warriors. Capcom Sports Club. Never heard of that.
me neither.
Captain Commando. Heard of that. Cyberbots. Never heard of that.
Me neither.
Dogstalkers. That's going to be cool to play that.
I say yes to that. We need a Darkstalkers modern fighter game now.
Eco Fighter. Final Fight. That's cool. Ghosts and Ghouls and Ghosts. So that's cool. That's the
And that's the
arcade
arcade
version.
version, and an
Yeah.
arcade version is hard as hell.
Giga Wing, Mega Man Power Battle. Haven't played that game since the Mega Man Anniversary Collection on the PS2.
You know, it's actually a good idea. That's actually a good. I think that's probably a good idea to put that on there.
Yeah. Pro Gear. Never heard of Pro Gear.
Me neither.
Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting. Kind of wish they had Street Fighter 3 on there. Like Street Fighter 3 better, but
Maybe
whatever.
maybe I would have liked it better with Street Fighter 2 HD Turbo HD Edition Turbo Remix.
Yeah.
I'm
Strider, the arcade version. And Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo.
Mm.
This
Those
is
seem,
also going to have Wi-Fi, so I could assume maybe you can play online with people.
you know, that should be a really good idea if they take advantage of this.
What's that?
Letting you download stuff.
That would be awesome.
Like $5 per game. Come on.
I mean, Capcom would need to make their own storefront to do that, and who knows? Maybe they would make a Capcom store where you can download stuff to their plug and play and your computer. So
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like if it says Wi-Fi, it's either going to be online or I'm just grabbing a plug to the front of my thing.
yeah,
But yeah, I think it's going to be a good. I think it's probably going to be a cool idea. I feel like this is going to be for those luxury gamers.
right.
You know, like you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Like the analog the consoles they made.
yeah. I don't know if it's gonna be that high quality, but I remember SNK made something sort of like this called the Neo Geo Gold a few years ago, and that turned out to be like a disaster.
Oh God, I remember that actually.
Yeah, so
I
we'll
remember
have
they
to
made the
see.
Neo Geo Gold Pocket, and they actually did it. Like it was really cool though, because they gave you a shell of the Neo Geo Gold like shell, and you could plug it in there.
Yeah, but let's move on to some other gaming news. The PlayStation 5
Oh God, I can't believe
is
we're
being
there.
talked about. Mark Cerny was being interviewed by, I don't know, we'll just say the gaming media, because I don't
Yeah.
know who was actually interviewing him. And he revealed
IGN.
some details about this thing. It's going to be using, AMD's Ryzen line of processors, as well as a
Ooh.
custom Radeon, custom GPU, and a bunch of things. It's going to be using that Radeon Navi family of, I guess, GPUs. Ray tracing, not really too sure what that is, but that's supposed to assist with
But the
4K.
big question is, how many teraflops will it have?
Well, it sounds like the big deal with this system is kind of like the speed, because he was talking about how fast it can load games and kind of like, generate the game worlds and stuff, which that kind of makes sense for the next step in, consoles, because, we're kind of getting to a point where, graphics are getting to a point where they're just like insanely good. Although it is noticeable between PS3 and PS4 now, but
Yeah.
it's not like a jump from like when you went to the PlayStation 2 to the PlayStation 3, or when you went from the PS1 to the PS2. But it seems like the main thing with this thing is going to be its speed.
Yeah.
16 times faster than the PlayStation 4 was what Mark Cerny was saying in the interview, which we're getting pretty close to like almost instantaneous load times when it comes to like games.
Yep. That's gonna be. I'm wondering what the. That's what I'm wondering is what our launch titles are gonna be for this one.
I mean, that's going to be interesting because
right now I'm hearing Horizon might be getting is right now in works. The set for the second get
PS4 for PS5.
Yeah, it would make sense for that game.
When's the last time we got Gran Turismo?
That would be Gran Turismo Sports, actually.
Yeah, I could see maybe them coming out with a Gran Turismo for PS5, maybe. Who knows what Insomniac's next project they're working on?
Spider-Man 2. But the problem with
most likely.
The problem with Gran Turismo, though, they take so long to make because the guy's a perfectionist.
Yeah.
Like, he learned his lesson after number 2. There was a big bug that gave you 88% even if you got everything, and it would delete your cars.
Yeah. But, yeah, it sounds cool. We will not be seeing this thing this year.
No.
Maybe sometime next year.
We won't be seeing them this year or Sony at E3.
No. Which is weird that Sony was like, you know what, we're not doing the E3 thing this year. I mean, it makes sense, though. Realistically, I don't think they have anything they can really show us that we haven't seen.
Yeah, I mean, why show the same thing a third time? I mean, remember how many times we saw Spider-Man?
I mean, how many times have we seen The Last of Us 2 now?
Yeah, probably 4 times. Like, they just... Like, that's the problem with Sony. Sony never really, like... They just announce things and go, hey, it'll come 2 years from now.
They usually do deliver on the things they announce, though, unlike Square Enix. But...
yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Square Enix is more like they have a bad track records on release dates and all. I remember even all my friends are like, oh my God, on GameStop, it's going to come out 2031. 2031. You mean on New Year's Eve? Yeah. I'm like, no, it's not happening. That's a placeholder date. And secondly, and then when the date came for Final Fantasy 15, for not Final Kingdom Hearts, they're like, it's coming out in 2018. When? 2018. I'm like, I don't trust that a date. It's like,
right.
why? I do not trust a year as your date. I don't. I know Square Enix.
Yeah, but you have any thoughts on PS5? Are you going to buy this day one?
I'm going to wait and see where it's going to be at. I want to see what the titles are and the price. The price is what we need to know the most.
Oh, also, it's going to be backwards compatible with PS4 games.
Shut up and take my money.
I mean, it's cool that it's going to be backwards compatible at least with PS4.
Yeah, I'm hearing like if it's true that it's backwards compatible with everything, I'll be like, just shut up and take my money.
I kind of doubt it just because of the whole PS2 and PS3 are super weird from what I've heard.
Yeah.
I don't even know if there is a PS3 emulator online.
There
must be, but I don't know if it works well.
There is, it just doesn't work that well.
Right. But I guess we'll move on to the distinguished competition. The Xbox One all digital edition, or
Ah,
it's Xbox One S all digital edition.
I call that S sad.
A
You
lot of people
had
are saying that.
you had one one thing you could have done right now with the price. You guys are like, well, you get 3 games and you get all this. It's technically like you're getting it for 100.
So it's like 250, right?
Yeah, it's 250. This should have been 200, not 250.
How big is the hard drive in this all digital edition?
A terabyte.
That's it?
Yeah,
Hmm.
but you can expand on it with an external hard drive.
Well, that's cool.
But and you get Forza 3. You get the Pirates game, and I can't remember
Minecraft.
Minecraft because everybody needs Minecraft apparently.
Minecraft is Microsoft's killer app.
Yeah,
I mean, they
well,
bought it.
yeah, they literally bought it, and I mean, I'm glad they literally bought that entire company.
Yeah.
So,
It's
but
kind of cool, but yeah, the price point is higher than I thought it would be as well.
it's yeah, like I said, a lot of people this should have been 200. This like they kept saying, well, this if you're an all digital person, no, that's not the point. I can get this type of Xbox with like cheaper use at GameStop for like maybe 150 if I really
Yeah,
wanted
plus
it.
you get the disk drive still. Um, but this is the first time in a while that a company has released an all digital system. The last one I can think of that
PlayStation.
PlayStation Portable Go,
Yeah.
PSP Go was the last
That
one I could think of.
that one has a really strong cult following, believe it or not.
PS4 Go looks awesome because it has like the cool little flip screen and
Yeah.
everything.
And it's super portable. I get the idea around it.
Yeah,
But the problem with that thing was what's the price point? It was higher than like the PSP,
yeah,
which I could get so much easier.
yeah,
Like you're gonna take out stuff, you might as well just make them a little more affordable. Like make it lower. Like don't make your system $200. If your system's 250, don't make your digital 250. Make it cheaper. You don't have the disk drive. And they'll say
right.
we included like 3 games that cost $60. No, wait, $280. 200 and
Can't you just get all those
$240.
games for free if you get the Game Pass thing
Yeah,
now?
you can. Which
Yeah, they should have just bundled it with Game Pass and been like, hey,
hey, that would have been more, and they could have lowered the price on it. And
yeah,
then you got someone hooked into your all digital system.
yeah. But anyway, I guess we'll move on to the gaming news. Speaking of sad, Notre Dame Cathedral caught on fire this week.
Yep.
From what I understand, the cathedral was being renovated, and that's kind of possibly how the fire started, but I don't think we know for sure how it happened. But this is a big, important landmark for French and world history. Notre Dame, this cathedral has been around for almost 1,000 years, and
Thousands of years ago.
apparently Ubisoft is lending a hand in the reconstruction of the cathedral. So
They donated like over 50, not 50, $500,000 in helping.
yeah, but the other big thing you said was because of Assassin's Creed Unity, they actually took a bunch of scans of the inside of the cathedral and the outside of the cathedral that they could use as kind of to
A
help
pin,
restore the cathedral back to its
yeah,
former glory.
a lady from Ubisoft literally went in there and like went in there for 2 years just looking at everything, trying to make sure everything was perfect, brick by brick, even the art.
Yeah,
It's crazy. Like I don't like Assassin's Creed Unity, but now like thinking about it, like the best thing was going. Like I went into Notre Dame. I thought that was really cool. Like people keep saying like video games is violent, video games are violent, but this kind of now proves that video game can be an art form that can help restore something so historical.
Yeah, it's pretty cool that they might be using Assassin's Creed Unity to restore this, old building.
Yeah, and the funny thing though is they don't even need to get Ubisoft's permission. They could actually just grab if they don't get Ubisoft's permission from the 3D print, they can just grab a copy.
Oh, I'm sure Ubisoft is probably gonna just like give
Here it is.
They probably have like the master file, and they're gonna be like, hey, here's like the actual like render data and everything we made.
Yeah, and it has the accurate. It is the most recent accurate of anything that Notre Dame made, and that was like a few years ago.
Yeah,
so
from at least 2015. So
yeah,
I don't know when this restoration began for Notre Dame, but I know it was in need of some sort of renovation, just because I think I read online it hadn't really been renovated since like sometime in the 1800s. Which is crazy. I mean, that building is so old, man. Freaking Joan of Arc was around when that building was there.
And also Disney donated $5 million for the renovation too.
Yeah.
Which Disney wants to make sure Quasimodo has a good home.
I mean, the biggest part about this though is, the donating money is great. However, some of this stuff will probably never be truly restored just because of how old it is.
Yeah, but we can get the building actually. That would be great.
Like, I'm sure they can fix the roof, and apparently a lot of the statues were actually out of the church when the fire started because of the restoration going on. But there are some really old wood carvings, and those windows.
Yeah,
I mean, those windows were made in like the 1300s or 1200s. I don't know when, but yeah, you can recreate them, but at the same time, it's like,
why?
It's like, well, no, you would have to, but at the same time, it's kind of like, they're not the original ones anymore.
Yeah,
but it is pretty crazy that Ubisoft can help out rebuild Notre Dame. We don't really talk about current events, but it kind of relates to the topics of this podcast.
Yeah, and it worked. It kind of worked out in our favor.
Yeah, so I guess so last video game.
Oh, well, yeah.
Two more video game topics. You want to talk about Judgment?
Well, we talked about this a while ago. Well, because of the drug scandal and everything that happened a while ago, I was like looking into it. A lot of actors lost their careers because of that.
Yeah.
In Japan. Because Japan's culture is different from our culture and everything.
Drugs are a big deal.
Yep. Drugs are a very good deal. From what Chris told us the other couple podcasts back. Can't remember which one, but it's a couple of podcasts back.
Yeah.
But they finally got a replacement and a dubbed over voice actor. Not much different, just a reconstruct. They just had to refigure the face and everything, but it's good. It looks like a normal face too.
Nice.
Yeah. So we're definitely getting that version here in the United States.
Cool.
Yeah.
And I guess one last video game topic before we get to the movies. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Yeah. Trailer was released.
Yep.
Story heavy, but looks cool.
There's a big thing you forgot, and EA needs to make sure they know that everybody knows this. No microtransactions. They're not going to be added. No loot boxes. A single player game for people that want to be Jedis. Let's give ourselves a pat on the back.
Let's see.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I trust Respawn more. I don't trust you anymore. The memes for that were hilarious. Like if you told me what was true, you would earn my trust.
I mean, we didn't see any gameplay yet for this. We got a trailer. The trailer looks pretty interesting.
Story scene's pretty good too. Like we never really see stuff happening with the Jedis between episode 3 and 4. You know,
There's an entire cartoon series that takes place in that time period, Kyle.
I mean the hiding.
It's there's an entire cartoon series about it,
Oh
Kyle.
wait, Rebels.
Yeah. So we've seen stuff in that era, but it is a cool era to have a video game set in.
Yeah, and plus there's so much gap. And by the way, it is a canon game. It's a canon to the Star Wars game.
I mean, everything they make is canon, which is kind of really ridiculous. Like every comic book, every stupid book is canon. I don't know how they can like keep everything straight.
Actually, Disney, when they bought them, they took out some of the Star Wars Extended Universe stuff and made it non-canon. Like
I know they turned that into Legends, but all the new stuff that Disney has made is canon now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all the books that Disney has come out with, all the comics that Marvel and Disney have made, and all the video games are canon.
Yeah.
Which is weird, but you know, the really hardcore, you know, Star Wars fans, I guess, really like that stuff. But sometimes it's like kind of annoying because it's just like, oh, like episode 8 is like the biggest example of some like canon stuff where it's just like, who is this general with purple hair? Oh, well, if you read this book about Princess Leia, you would know all about General Holdo. And I'm like, what? I'm not reading a book. I'm going to watch the movie. Maybe the cartoon, but no, I'm not reading the
comic. Maybe the comic books. The comic books seem pretty fun so far.
I heard the Vader comic is pretty cool. And the Dr. Aphra comic, I've heard very good things about as well.
Yeah.
That at least has pictures. So, you know, that's my speed, pictures. Cool.
Yeah, everyone has their speed.
But anyway, I guess we'll get into the movie stuff.
All right.
Or I guess TV/movies. So what do we have, Kyle?
Well, they finally cast Batman. No shadow, no nothing. We finally have a shot. We finally have an actor for Titans.
So we're finally getting Harvey Batman, crime fighter extraordinaire, in the Teen Titans show on DC Universe.
I can't remember his name, but I know he's a Game of Thrones actor. So I looked at him. I'm like, yeah, he'll be a good like older Bruce Wayne, older than Ben Affleck. You know, very old.
He's like in his 50s. Makes sense. Adult Nightwing. Of course, Batman would be older.
Yep.
So I guess it'll be pretty cool that they can finally have like straight up Batman without him being like
in the shadows.
Yeah. It's like, oh, like back of his head or quick shots, quick cuts, Batman.
Batman. Wait. Wow. When do we get to see do we get to see Batman? No. Or stuff like that. But I'm really happy about this. Like, it's gonna be. I really want to see what this Batman's gonna look like. Apparently, this like the one with the shadow is a military version of him, but I'm like, I don't think so.
Oh, we'll see. Titans was pretty good so far. So.
And like I found out, Jason, the guy who played Jason Todd, is actually going to be a season regular too.
Yeah, I heard that as well. So that's cool.
Yeah. Does that mean Does that mean Dick Grayson's gonna be Nightwing after this episode? No.
I can't wait to see what the Nightwing suit looks like.
I hope it looks cool.
Yeah. What else we got?
We got Witcher coming up, which is the only reason you're gonna watch this, Chris, is because of Henry Cavill.
That's pretty much the only reason. I don't know anything about The Witcher. I can only assume he hunts witches because he's in Soul Calibur 6 and he's just like, I'm Garrett Witcher. And I'm like, all right, he's got a flame sword and he can like shoot magic out of his hands. And I'm like, all right, that's kind of cool.
Just so you know, Garrett is the Witcher.
Okay. Yeah, well, he says like Garrett Witcher. I don't know what he says, something like that.
He has like a really long name, but it's gonna be fun. Like the world is very rich and everything. Like it's hilarious because it all came from a Swedish book or something.
No, it's Polish.
Polish.
Yeah.
Book. From a Polish book, and this guy kind of screwed himself out of a deal. Like, apparently he only accepted this and no royalties. I was like, wow. didn't even realize it can make a video game franchise and a Netflix thing.
Yeah, I've heard the author says he doesn't really like what the games have done with his, book, but whatever. I guess, do you know if the show is going to be following the games more than the book, or is it going to be following the books more than the games?
I really don't know yet. I think maybe the books more. I haven't read any of the books. The games are really fun. Like you get to like hunt down like a griffin. Like that's literally the first boss. You cut his head off, and you could actually have it mounted on next to your horse's head. You got the head of the griffin mounted right next to your horse, and become a and look so badass. Like it's cool.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Well,
and
I'm
then
interested to see what this will be like.
And that's not starting until, and that's not coming out until Netflix until late 2019.
All right, so probably the fall.
Yep. And then I think our last bit, unless you have anything, John Cena's in talk for Suicide Squad.
I didn't see that coming, but who does see John Cena?
I mean, he's technically a CGI character, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is all because they needed somebody big and bulky to fill this void because Batista was actually going to be in the move. It was in talks to be in the movie with James Gunn's Suicide Squad, and also apparently it was supposed to be a reboot, but apparently Captain Boomerang, Amanda Waller, and Rick Flags, the original actors, are all going to be in there.
I think it's going to be like a subtle reboot where it's just like, hey, remember that thing with the Enchantress? No.
Yep. We don't talk about that. She doesn't exist anymore. But she almost killed us. Nope.
I have a feeling, even though I like Captain Boomerang, I will not be surprised if he gets his head blown off in the first, like, immediate, like, moments of the movie where it's just like, hey, look, it's Captain Boomerang. And he's just like, crikey, I'm not doing this. Koala, didgeridoo. Boom. And then it's just like, oh, I guess Captain Boomerang's not going to be here.
Yeah, no, even funnier. It's like, oh, look, Captain Boomerang. Why'd you blow his head off? He annoys me. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I see James Gunn doing that. But anyway, with John Cena, back to John Cena. Like, I had that in my head a bit. But John Cena, apparently he might be in talks to play Batista's part, which was, they made this role for him, which was a DC character named Peacemaker.
Okay.
Which I don't know too much about it.
Yeah, I don't know too much about him either.
But he will be a nice addition to the other wrestler that we all know about. Just as popular as John Cena, but I vaguely can remember his name. He's sort of an object or something. What's his name? He's been in a lot of movies.
Another wrestler? The Rock?
Oh, that's what he's called? The Rock?
Which wrestler? What are you talking about, Kyle?
You know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying John Cena is going to be joining the DCU with another wrestler, which is going to be The Rock.
Right.
It's going to be Black Adam.
We'll see.
Apparently that movie is supposed to be made this year, so
interesting.
And he was the executive producer for Shazam, so he's still in it.
Cool.
And let's see, I think that's everything else, unless I missed anything.
Yeah, there was a trailer for a little movie called Star Wars Episode 9 that came out this week.
The Star Wars celebration, everybody.
So, I guess first things first, what do you think of the title, The Rise of Skywalker?
I do not know. I feel like it feels too reminiscent of this one movie called Return of the Jedi.
It feels weird because I'm like, part of me is like, okay, is Luke coming back to life?
If that happened, I think people would lose their shit.
He's like, I'm back, bitches. Luke Skywalker, green lightsaber.
It's like, I'm back, bitches. Drop the mic, green lightsaber.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people are theorizing that Kylo Ren will come back from the dark side.
I really hope that doesn't happen.
It would be reminiscent to the original, by the way.
The dude killed his dad, but I guess Vader kind of got redeemed. But it's like, at the same time, he didn't really get redeemed.
He killed younglings that we learned in the prequel.
He blew up a whole entire planet.
Yes, his daughter's own planet, and he knew.
Yeah.
He fucking knew, but he didn't say. What else? What else? What else? What
Man,
else?
you know it's funny though. I thought the trailer looked cool. I like
Yeah.
Rey. She does a cool flip over that TIE fighter. She's
Yeah.
got the Han Solo blaster and a lightsaber now. It's kind of hoping she get like a double lightsaber thing like Darth Maul.
Yeah, or dual lightsabers like Anakin did in Attack of the Clone. But look what happened right there. He lost his arms.
Yeah, but it looks like the new cast is all together. So I guess they're going to be traveling around on the Millennium Falcon, I guess.
Yep. And Lando's getting his Millennium Falcon back.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it would be an asinine thing to do unless Lando, like, she gives it back to him and Lando goes, "No, I think Han would want you to have it more."
Hmm.
Like, I would love that more than anything because if you watch Solo, oh my God, Han was such an asshole.
I don't think Solo is that bad, honestly.
Not saying bad. I'm just saying, like, as a character, they hook up the computer AI, the robot AI into the computer in the navigation system.
Right, inside the Millennium Falcon.
And, hilariously, all the writers kept on saying, "Oh, Lando wanted to make love to it." I'm like, no.
I don't think the writers were saying that. It was interviewers asking
Is
the
Lando
writers
high?
that question, and then they're just saying, like, I don't
He's
know, I guess.
no, no. You know what the writers said? They said Lando is pansexual.
Yeah, something like that.
He'll fuck anything, even a robot. I'm like, okay.
That wasn't technically in the movie, Kyle, so
No, it wasn't. But I didn't even feel that. I'm like, what high people think of that? The robot thought of it, which I get the joke, but still, it was just, oh, why? Why do you do that in interviews?
whatever. I hope this movie is cool.
No, I hope it's
I'm
great.
not the biggest Star Wars fan, so I'm kind of indifferent. I go see Star Wars movies in the theater just because I like the whole spectacle and their big event movies. But then, kind of afterwards, I'm sort of like, all right, that was fun.
Yeah,
And
no,
don't
I get
really
you.
get into the lore that much.
Yeah. I mean, some of the games are fun. Like, if you ever want to play, like, I always recommend this one. If you want to play, if you're looking for an RPG, go play Knights of the Old Republic.
Man, I wish Snoke was still around.
But he has the next best thing.
Well, they said the Emperor's coming back. I never liked Snoke, but I just heard a great line in Devil May Cry 5 that I was like, you know, it'd be awesome if a Star Wars character was like, your name's Snoke? Man, your name sucks. Your parents must have hated you. It's so good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I love stupid things like that. But still, like now I'm like it's just weird. Like I hated like they boosted like Snoke and all of a sudden boom.
I like that he immediately got killed. He looks stupid, to be
He
honest.
does, but they showed him like being like this much more as powerful as the Emperor, and yet
So how do you
uh,
think Sheen Palpatine, the Emperor, is coming back?
this is just the theory. Apparently, there might be some time portals.
That's actually a thing they introduced in Rebels.
Yep, I
Yeah.
remember they were talking about that as like one of the theories. So Palpatine can be everywhere and everywhere at once.
Maybe like, you know, maybe they're gonna do the whole clone thing from like the old Legends.
They do talk about that in the Legends or the robot messenger that they did in Star Wars Battlefront 2 because they had a messenger robot with Palpatine's face in it and had his like his sort of like his brain in a way. Like he downloaded his subconscious into a robot.
You know what I think would be really cool for Palpatine to come back?
What?
If he was kind of like a weird Force ghost possessing Kylo Ren.
That would be a good way of doing it, and it would make sense.
Because maybe it could, like, that's kind of how you could redeem him, just by being like, well, he actually was never really bad. He was possessed by the ghost of Palpatine.
Yep.
I mean, that's kind of a cop out, but
It also would make sense.
yeah.
Same time.
Would have been cool though if he actually That's the only way I think would be kind of cool is he's like an evil ghost possessing Kylo Ren.
I mean, the Jedi's do it. Why not the Siths?
Yeah.
Good.
Well,
Now
we'll
get him.
see. We'll see
Get him
what's in
good.
JJ's mystery box soon enough.
JJ is the only one that can save this. Save this thing after
Maybe.
the last director left. And they kind of left. The good thing they left on mutual terms, so they had enough time to get everything, get their shit together.
I don't think Star Wars 8 is terrible. However, I do notice a lot of problems with it on rewatch.
Yeah, that's what I said too. Like you can tell, like this could have been good as a standalone Star Wars movie, but not a sequel.
Although the problems with 8 are kind of the same problems with The Force Awakens, where, you know, as somebody who just watches the movies, it's kind of like, who the hell are the First Order? Why do they have so much stuff? Why are they a threat? Why doesn't the Republic actually have an army? Why is Leia leading the Resistance and not the Republic army? This makes no sense.
Yeah.
But anyway, moving on. Main topic time.
Yep. Disney streaming got announced. Bob Iger announced, besides his retirement in 2021, he announced that Disney streaming is going to be happening in November, and it will not be $20.99.
It was $19.99, but how much will it be, Kyle?
$7.99 a month, $70 a year.
If
you want to get the whole pot, if you want to buy that, if you want to buy a whole yearly thing.
That is not bad.
No, it's really good.
And what do we get with Disney Plus?
We are gonna get the first thing that's gonna come out when at launch. It's gonna be called The Mandalorians, the first ever live action Star Wars show.
Looks cool.
And it's done by producer and actor Jon Favreau. You might have heard him from a little movie called Iron Man 1 and 2. Very underrated. But he's gonna be him and somebody else direct. It was actually did the Clone Wars, apparently directed the first episode.
Yeah, that Dave Filoni guy is gonna be directing the show too.
Yep.
Which, from what I know, Dave Filoni was actually George Lucas's protege almost.
That would make sense.
When they were making the Clone Wars cartoon. So that's really cool.
Yeah. And it's all about the bounty hunter, which I kind of like. I love the quality they're putting into it. They're like, this is going to be as high quality as a movie you're going to watch it.
Yeah. It's going to be 10 episodes, right?
Yep. And it takes place right after the fall it takes place after the fall of the Empire, before the emergence of the fall of the First Order.
Cool. So a little bit further in the future for a change.
Yeah, and it'll be like in that 30-year gap, which is going to be great.
It's cool. It's
anything else?
Apparently going to take place mainly in like the Outer Rim.
Yep.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, they always go, oh, we get under the Outer Rim. Like, what? I don't even know what that means.
Yeah. So I guess far away from everything, but that's cool.
Yeah, no, I'm glad it's in its like own little pocket universe. Not like pocket universe, but like own little pocket of time where they can do their own thing.
Yeah.
Yep. Just so you know, some of these shows are gonna be like, why? And you're just gonna be cracking up.
All right.
Yep. The next show is the crack up one. High School Musical, the series. I'm not making this joke.
Well, okay. Next show, Kyle.
Okay, this is another one. Diary of the Female President.
Wow.
Yes.
You know, I mean, I shouldn't be surprised. This is called Disney Plus, and these sound like Disney Channel shows. So it's like, hey, Mandalorian, that sounds awesome. High School Musical, the series. Diary of Female President. Okay, is she like a teenager? Like
it's like follows a 12-year-old girl as she navigates the up and downs of middle school on her journey to become the future president of the United States of America. That sounds a little interesting.
I guess so.
A little interesting. I'm not saying it's going to be great.
What else they got?
Okay, here we go. Some big ones for you. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier show.
All right, cool.
I want to see this. I want to see. I want to see this buddy cop show. I really do.
Yeah, I wonder what it's going to be about. I wonder what the status quo will be after Endgame.
It's gonna be about. It's gonna be about It's about Falcon helping Winter Soldier find his arm.
Maybe. That's it. That's the whole show. I'm looking for my real arm from 1946.
Or at least give me a better arm than this one.
You've done it, Kyle. The check is in the mail. You figured out how to make the show interesting.
I mean, Hawkeye likes to lay into my hand once in a while. I'm getting terrible at this. That'll be a year 1 thing. Year 2 is going to be a Loki thing.
Okay.
And that's going to be about, and apparently they're hinting that Loki might be wielding Thor's hammer.
I've heard some things about the Loki show where it's not necessarily going to be Tom Hiddleston the whole time. It's going to be like, oh, this week Loki's in disguise as a sexy lady. And then next week Loki's in disguise as like a kooky old man. And then this week he's like a child. I don't know how true that is, but...
And here he is as a rebellious teenager, even though he's a rebellious adult now.
Yeah. Okay, this week he's a spoon.
Okay, so Castro, the Castro series, the one, remember that guy from Rogue One?
Cassian Andor. Don't care.
Yeah, but he's gonna be there. But Alan Tudyk is reprising his role as the robot.
Oh, right. KS whatever.
It's K2SO KSO. Okay, so you ready for this one? Another Marvel one.
All right.
Wanda's Vision.
WandaVision.
Yep.
All right.
What do you think of that?
Is it going to be like a comedy?
I don't know. So far, I'm thinking maybe it's going to be like their version of House of N, since they couldn't use the X-Men right at the time.
Maybe.
Okay, animated things. Ask Forky a question. That seems like fun. That's going to be at launch.
That's the new character in Toy Story 4.
Yep.
Well, that seems fun. Something for the Kindler.
Yeah, no, it does.
Yeah. What else they got?
They got Sparky Shorts. They got Spark Shorts, which are animated shorts from Pixar.
Oh, cool.
Oh, Lamp Life, which is Bo Peep's. Bo Peeps makes a comeback. Oh, okay. This is a story about a little Bo Peeps thing from Toy Story. It's a short film. That's going to be a year 1 thing, too. Okay, here's a good one. You love Monsters Incorporated?
Yeah, I think it's fun.
Monsters at Work. That's going to be a sequel to Monsters Incorporated. It picks up 6 months after the events of Monsters Incorporated.
That's kind of cool.
I agree. I would love to watch that.
I hope it covers the events in Kingdom Hearts 3. That would be fun.
No, I would. Billy Crystal and John Goodman and everybody from John Goodman and everybody from the original cast are going to be in there.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, they just signed a thing. Here's one. Chris, are you ready for this? This is the thing you've been wanting.
All right.
Star Wars The Clone Wars is coming back. That's going to be a year 1 thing.
Cool. I mean, it took a while for me to finally watch Clone Wars, but it's a really good show.
It is. Okay, here's another one. I know this one you're very interested in. Marvel's What Ifs.
Sounds cool.
Yep. And they said they're bringing back all the original actors that were in the MCU, make different versions. And they said this as an example. What if Peggy Carter was Captain America?
Yeah, that sounds immediately awesome.
That sounds like a great way to start off your thing, because Captain America was the first thing that started your unit, that kind of set the seeds to the universe. Then Iron Man set it up more, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Iron Man is the seed, but Captain America that was the dirt.
Right.
Is that a good way to describe it?
Yeah.
I can't think of a good analogy, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got original documents and unscripted programs and live events.
Okay.
Yeah, Encore. So, okay, this is pretty much like people going through bringing back together the former cast members of High School Musical. for a
Man,
little reunion.
they really like High School Musical, huh? They're
I
like,
mean,
man, High School Musical was the shit back in the day. So, all those people that watch it, they're adults now and they got money, man. We're
yeah,
gonna get that $6.99.
yeah, or the $70. Shut up and take my money.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's a good one. Untitled documentary. Apparently, this is going to chronicleize the 65 years of Disney illustration,
Cool.
parallelizing storylines of people's crafts and businesses. Creative, but it doesn't really matter who's directing it. But it seems like a cool idea. I mean, Disney does have a long history. They're like one of the oldest companies now.
Pretty old.
Yeah. Marvel Hero Project.
Hmm. Guess
Oh,
it's a
okay.
documentary. That's
Yep.
cool that they're gonna be doing some documentaries like
Okay.
behind the
Are you
scenes
ready?
and stuff.
Are you ready for this?
All right.
The world according to Jeff Goldblum.
I heard about this. Gonna have like a talk show or something.
Yes, it seems like this is an episode. This will be a new series. This will be at launch too, by the way. Each
Wow.
episode will center around something we love, like sneakers, ice cream, and Jeff Goldblum will pull a thread on the complexity of the familiarity of the object, unraveling the wonderful world, connection, fascination, science, history, and amazing people, and the whole lot of surprising big ideas and insights.
Hmm.
Jeff Goldblum, are you a real professor in real life? I want to know.
Sounds fun.
Be our chefs. This sounds like a fun reality show. What if a
Hmm.
family had a chance to create the next great Disney Park dish?
Hmm.
Cinema Relics. Ooh, this sounds interesting. Cinema Relics, an anthology series that takes a unique look at the unique films and props and costumes that made them unique from the craft people who made them and the actors who interact with them. Wow, this sounds really interesting.
Yeah, that does sound cool.
Disney, you're really wanting to get my money, don't you?
I mean, they probably got my money. They
Yeah,
said that the app's gonna be on PlayStation. I'm like, okay, just I'll get it.
yeah. Like, hopefully they mean immediately, not like what DC did. Oh, we're gonna put it on Amazon Fire Stick. We lie. Now it's on Fire Stick.
DC's thing is still not on PlayStation. They're just like, eventually, I guess. I don't know.
Just do it. Not
Yeah.
not Fire Stick. I'm talking about just do it. You know you're gonna get more viewers. And then okay. Oh yeah, here's another one. The Magic of the Animal Kingdom, which is going to be pretty much a documentary about Animal Kingdom, and National Geographic will and now for the first time, National Geographic will be offering viewers an all access pass to 24/7 world of incredible animal care. Wow. That's
Neat. So you can
sweet.
see the animals in the zoos that Disney owns. Cool.
Yeah, in the privacy of your own home.
Yeah.
Okay, here's something really cool that you're gonna like. Marvel's 616, an anthology documentary series from Marvel New Media and partnered explore the rich legacy of Marvel stories and characters. Sweet.
Hmm.
I like
Cool.
that. We could and this sounds like an interesting one. This sounds like a reality show. It's called Reconnecting. Each episode and he did it in a cute way. But each episode of reconnecting a family that's disconnected from their busy lives, devices outside the influence, in order to address their relatable issues, drive a wedge between each other. Okay, sounds like a typical thing.
Hmm.
Road trip, not road trip. Renowned Bob Ruffton travels the world with his 27-year-old Marg, visiting all the places and. Yeah, they put a lot of things in here.
Well, okay. So it sounds like Disney Plus has a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it does. Oh wait, here we go. Original films. There we go. So here we go. At launch, we are going to have a live action Disney film only for Disney Plus.
Okay.
Lady and the Tramp. That's what's going to get people their money. By the
Interesting.
way, Tessa Thompson's going to be Lady.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's the only one. That's the only recognizable name. Oh, that guy that gets stabbed a lot. Sam Ellington, the guy from Smallville played Doomsday, and he's also who's Agent Liberty from Supergirl. He's playing a character too in there.
Huh. Okay. Cool. What
No,
other films they got? Or is that like the big one? They're like
that's
Lady and the Tramp live action.
that's the one that they're launching. There's Norel, which is Nick Creed, Nick Saint Nicholas, no Nick Kringle. Okay, Nick
So
Kringle.
it's a Christmas movie. Got it.
Yeah,
Santa Claus origin.
it's
All
first
right.
line to become Santa Claus, but he struggles every step along the way when he's younger, so enjoys the perks of being a Kringle without. Oh, okay, so it's about a female girl wanting to become Chris Kringle. That's an interesting take.
Huh. I thought Netflix was making that movie, but I guess Disney's making it.
I guess so. Disney's like, we'll give you more money. Deal.
Okay.
Deal. We'll give you more money. All right. Okay, here we go. Phineas and Ferb movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Penis and Perb. All right. Whoops. I mean Phineas and Ferb, not penis and perv.
Yeah, that it seems like all the original actors are reprising their roles, including
Didn't they already have a movie?
yeah, they did, but they're like, we need another movie.
Okay.
And oh my god. This is funny. And this is Stargirl, not to be confused with the television series that Disney's making. Oh god, they really want to hit this one.
Huh.
Based on the same name, it's based on a book apparently, but an average girl who's flying underneath the radar under an offbeat and unconventional student named Stargirl. Really, that's her name, Stargirl. Who shows up at high school? Okay. Timmy's failures. Okay, sounds like another good, interesting. Dango, and then there's a bunch of movies that are going to be coming in there, and a bunch of shows. Oh wow, everybody wants to watch Boy Meets World.
Like the original one?
Yes, that's going to be on Disney Plus.
Oh man.
Ultimate,
Hey, is Home Improvement going to be on Disney Plus?
I'm looking right now.
I they did say all 30 seasons of The Simpsons, which I'm like, well,
Yeah, that's one.
you kind of have my money already just because of that.
Hey, Chris, you love DuckTales?
Yeah.
Both DuckTales are going to be on there.
Oh, awesome. I can finally catch up with the new one.
Yeah. Oh man, and Goof Troop is going to be on there.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm like, also for all you girls out there that might be listening, Kim Possible.
Oh snap.
Oh, and Malcolm in the Middle.
That's a Disney show? Oh, what? Well, duh, it's a Fox show, which Disney owns Fox, so of course.
Well, you need the Malcolm in the Middle, man.
Hey, that's a good show, Malcolm in the Middle.
I know. Here we go. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy is going to be on there.
Cool.
The animated one.
Never watched it.
Yeah. Will Friedle from Boy Meets World and Batman Beyond plays Star-Lord.
Huh.
Yep. Ultimate Spider-Man's going to be on there. So Rebels going to be on there.
Okay. So we know they're going to have a shit ton of stuff.
Yeah. They got a lot to watch.
So I guess Disney is in a pretty good position to actually compete with Netflix.
Yep. Oh, and all the Star Wars movies, just to narrow that down.
Right.
Yeah, no, they're in a very good position because they own like 40% of the market.
Yeah. Huh, Star Wars Christmas special. What the fuck? Really? No, I'm just
What's
kidding.
that on there?
The Roger Corman Fantastic Four movie is going to be on Disney Plus. It's going to be remastered and everything. Wow. Yeah. That's incredible.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's horrible. Everyone's eyes. Disney, don't. I'm unsubscribing. I'm sorry. Bye. Oh man. Well, but yeah. So, what do you think of this from all the lists that we just went through?
I mean, it sounds pretty good. The price point is fine. If I can get it on PlayStation, or if I can get it on PlayStation when it comes out, I will probably do the 1 year thing and be like, okay.
I will probably give it a 1 year thing too, because I love the idea of a 1 year subscription. You don't have to worry about paying it off. It's all done. Don't worry about headaches anymore. You don't have to
Yeah.
worry about yeah, I forgot. I'm subscribed to Disney Plus. That's what I
Yeah.
love about the 1 year thing because you like I did that with I did that with DC Universe. I pre-ordered it and got an additional 3 months of it because I knew I was gonna like it from the beginning. And I still got to rebat Dark Knight Metal, by the way. But
Right.
I feel like these yearly things are so much better than like doing the monthly things. I feel like they should do more stuff like that. I mean,
Yeah.
it's $10 more than actually buying a video game.
Yeah.
About it.
I mean, Netflix is like $17.99 now.
Yeah, and that's with 4K. Biggest
Yeah.
question is it going to provide us with 4K, 4K from the start though?
Yeah, I wonder what resolution it actually will be in.
And if Disney gives it that for free, I think that's where people are going to start like, oh, I have a 4K TV. $15 a month. I'm not gonna get Netflix. I'm gonna go get Disney.
Yeah.
And plus, like Disney owns like 4 things. They have National Geographic, which is great for racial lovers, Marvel, Star Wars, and Disney.
And
That's
they
it.
have ESPN too, so they
Yeah.
can possibly do like some sort of bundle where it's like, hey, Disney Plus, ESPN, and Hulu, because we own 60% of Hulu now.
Yeah, apparently so.
But yeah,
But
I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how Netflix is able to compete with Disney and how anybody can compete with Disney, to be honest.
yeah, and it also shows that Disney is able to adapt with the times. If you think about it, I did research about this. When Disney started doing like when VHSs came out, Disney invented the Disney Vault so they could put all their movies in there. And it's not really a vault, it's really a program. So they
Yeah.
can just go and be like, when a new format came out, like Lion King, for example, which is coming back. Oh, look, we have the 4K one because we know you're going to buy it at a bigger, bigger, 4K resolution.
Yeah.
And then they did the Disney Channel when they were doing like everyone was doing their own cable networks. So, and this is just the first that Disney's going with the times, especially with how much money they have.
Yeah.
And power, unlimited power. Sorry, my dark side came out.
The Emperor is at Disney.
Yep. But Bob Iger, he's probably really proud that he's going to leave a big legacy right there when the next CDO fills in. They're going to be like, what can you do for Disney? We have a streaming service. What can you do? And he'll go, we can do an Uber themed Disney company.
The next CEO is like, I'm going to buy America.
Or the former CEO will become America.
I've heard talks of Uncle Bob possibly looking to run for president.
I see it.
But I guess that's another conversation. But yeah. Disney Plus, man, they're gonna rule us.
Yep. I mean, eventually it's gonna happen. Eventually they're gonna buy Warner Brothers, and they'll buy AT&T, then own Warner Brothers, and then DC, and then we can have that crossover we always wanted. And then they can
I don't see Disney being able to buy anything else really that's that big, except maybe something like Sony. There's no way they could buy Warner Brothers.
Yeah. Also, you didn't let me finish this. But then we could also get our amalgamation universe.
Yeah, everybody wants Dark Claw.
Yeah, no, I want Dark Claw. I want Super Soldier too.
What about Spider Boy?
Oh my god, I would totally want Spider Boy.
Yeah, so I guess we'll just wind it down. Disney Plus is coming at you.
And it's coming at you hard.
You're gonna buy it, and you're gonna watch The Simpsons and Little Mermaid and Oliver and Company and Emperor's New Groove and whatever else. When are they gonna make live action of Emperor's New Groove?
That doesn't sound too tricky, actually.
Yeah.
When they go live action Aristocrats.
Yeah, I don't get why they're not doing that. People love cats.
I know. Have you not seen the cat videos on YouTube?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I want to see the cats dance. I want to go, everybody.
Everybody's gonna lose their mind when like they're walking on the piano and everything.
And dancing and doing it, hitting that.
Maybe Aristocats is one of those in case of emergency break glass situations. No, that's really like Avengers Star Wars movie.
No,
That's literally their in case of emergency break glass, and it's Avengers Star Wars.
Avengers Star Wars crossover. We're doing it.
Yeah.
It's like we have the source material for it too. It happened.
Yeah, that's absolutely a case of emergency break glass.
That's when the investors like, how do we make more money than we do last time? Ding! 5 years from now, we're setting this up.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
I guess we'll start winding it down. So,
yeah,
Kyle, what are you watching? What are you playing?
I am officially almost done with Jetman. I just got to the part where the kid became a man. He went through rapid puberty, and he was a kid, and he's so strong and ridiculous.
Nice.
And it's been a pretty good. It's been really good. I love it. I love Jetman, the Super Sentai. Even though it's Japanese, I don't care. I also got to watch. I also got a chance to watch yesterday when I got home. I got to watch Justice League: The Fatal Five.
Yeah, as I did too.
Yeah,
pretty good.
Yeah, didn't really get to go see the latest movie. I did get to, since I did work a little bit. I did get to see a little bit of Hellboy, and I can see why you said it was slow. I can understand why a lot of people don't like it.
Yeah.
Like, I watched a good hour of it before my shift. So
it's a mixed bag.
Yeah, like I can understand it, like why this happened. What about you, besides Fatal Five?
Well, let's see. Watched Dragon Ball Super Broly again because that came out on Blu-ray yesterday. So got that. What else? I watched Hellboy in the movie theaters. I thought it was fine. However, the movie went on for a little too long.
Yep.
But yeah, it was a bit of a mixed bag. Unfortunately, not bad enough to be like, oh my God, you need to see this movie because it's like horrendous. And unfortunately, not good enough to be like, this movie's amazing. It has some good scenes. Hellboy fights some giants. That's pretty cool. The guy who plays Hellboy does a really good job. But yeah, the movie's kind of just reminds me a lot of Suicide Squad because it's got a lot of like jukebox music in it and stuff. So yeah,
I heard there was a lot of problems with the movie though. Like I
heard some stuff behind the scenes, like something with like a tree and an argument. I don't know, but besides I
heard arguments. I heard there was a lot of rewrites.
Yeah.
I like on set too, by the way.
Yeah.
While on set, like they kept changing everything. I also heard the main actor actually walked off set one time.
Yeah, I heard something like that too.
And I did see the post-credit scenes, and I'm like, you shouldn't do a post-credit scene unless you're 100% confident. Like, you're sure you're going to get a sequel. And I feel like that's not going to get a sequel. I feel like we're going to get the Devil May Cry treatment where they're going to go, please Del Toro, please, just make your Hellboy 3.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know about that. But besides for that, speaking of Devil May Cry, I finally beat Devil May Cry 5 on Dante Must Die. So I think
and I played Tales of Vesperia. That's it.
Nice. I think I'm finally done with Devil May Cry.
You're not going for platinum?
Yeah. Do you know one of the trophies is get an S rank on every single mission on every single difficulty?
Oh God.
Yeah, I can't handle Hell or Hell. Hell or Hell is Dante Must Die difficulty, and you die in one hit, and you only have 3 continues.
Damn.
Yeah, no, I beat like the first like 3 missions. No, the first 2 missions, and I was like, okay, I'm done. Yeah, Hell or Hell sucks. Yeah, if there's like any like quote unquote like super hardcore gamers that are gonna say get good, I beat on Dante Must Die. Okay, I'm good enough at my level.
Just say this. Just say this. Sorry. I don't play Dark Souls.
Whatever.
Just say that.
Well, I enjoyed Devil May Cry 5 a lot. Beating it on Dante Must Die, you do get Super Dante, Super Nero, and Super V.
Yep.
And beating it on Heaven or Hell, you do get some additional costumes for V. Because I did beat it on Heaven or Hell, so I can have V look like Virgil now. Spoiler.
I wonder. That's no spoiler. It's just that the developers just wanted to put Virgil skin in there.
Yeah. Yeah, probably my next game I'm gonna be playing is probably the Legend of Heroes Trials of Cold Steel for the PS4.
I gotta get on that.
It's my friend, he loves that game and he keeps telling me, no, you gotta play it, man. It's awesome, man.
It's best way to describe it is it's like a JRPG in like the school setting, so it's kind of like Persona,
Yeah.
but a little more action. Like what I don't know if Mike is more action based, and if it has more text and screen and everything, I'm gonna be like, Mike, it's like Persona, man. I'm sorry.
I think it's probably easier than Persona. Because
Probably.
Persona's more visual novel than games sometimes. You gotta admit
And life
that.
simulation. I'm not gonna deny that. You know,
Like, I remember like trying to get through Persona 5. I played it for about 40 hours and I'm like I spent like the past 2 days just sitting here reading. Like,
yeah. No, I get you. Trust me. But it's a good game though. Like I wouldn't say like I figured you might like it. I wasn't gonna say 100% like, you know what I'm saying?
I gotta give it another chance, but yeah, it's definitely a harder game to get into, but I think Trials of Cold Steel will probably be a more faster pace, more dungeony RPG, which I definitely prefer.
Plus, another thing you should know, Persona is actually a much easier game to get into than the Shin Megami games.
Oh yeah,
those are spin-offs, believe it or not.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Plus, like the Shin Megami, plus they dropped the Shin Megami name now, so it's like its own little series.
Well, yeah. Besides for that, that's kind of it for me. Did I watch any? Oh, yeah, I've been watching One Punch Man. Came out.
Yep.
We never talked about our thoughts on One Punch Man, but seen the first 2 episodes. I think it's really good so far.
Yeah, I like the studio's doing a good job. They're not mad at Dog, but you know, they're definitely doing a good. They're definitely good. They're definitely trying to emulate it very well. They're trying to.
Yeah. So it'll be cool to see. Do you know if One Punch Man season 2 is going to be 20 episodes or if it's just going to be 13?
I think it's probably going to be a 20 episode or maybe 13, around that area. I'll have to look and then we'll report that maybe on the next episode.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll end the show. We've been the Mediaverse podcast. We live stream every Wednesday at 8 o'clock Eastern time. We talk about movies, pop culture, video games, etc. If you've liked this podcast, please leave a comment. If you don't like the podcast, leave a comment too. My name is Chris. That's Kyle. As always, have a good night.